Oh, he just opened a can of worms with this one. Have you ever paid $500,000 to like an open case? I can say whatever y'all want to say, but it's a whole nother ball game when it ain't no cap in your raps. How did I miss this? A $350,000 settlement to an alleged sexual assault victim. June 18, 2019. The complaint obtained by the blast was recently filed by Laquana Morris, aka Layla Lace, with the New York Attorney Grievance Committee. Says I, Laquana Morris, signed a retainer agreement with Alexander C. on January 23, 2018. I explained to him that I was sexually assaulted by the rapper Drake, how Drake forced me to perform on him. It wasn't your ordinary, it was more so a fetish, and then they blanked out the rest of the complaint. I did not know this, y'all. See, that's what rap beef do. Like, at the end of the day, I told y'all before, like, probably last year or something, long time ago, when I made that video about Drake, and I was like, I feel like the Drake expose is gonna really, it's gonna be crazy.
All right, y'all. So everybody make sure to hit the like button, share this video. We're about to talk about the allegations. And my question is Drake P. Diddy Jr. Is Drake P. Diddy Jr. As y'all already know, last night Drake dropped a diss track, which was really dope. It was really dope. But one thing Drake forgot to do is diss anybody. He just made a really dope song, and it just had a bop to it, but it wasn't dissing nobody. You know, he had a couple lyrics in there, but overall, he just wanted to make a party song, which was kind of stupid because diss in a diss song stands for disrespect. And he did not disrespect anybody on that song. So, in my opinion, Drake has lost this entire battle. And even worse, Drake now, everybody hit the like button, y'all. Everybody hit the like button. Y'all are not hitting the like button. Hit the like button. I can see who hit the like button or not. So hit the like button, y'all. Drake, to a certain degree, has lost his battle, mainly because I think Kendrick Lamar has more on Drake than Drake has on Kendrick Lamar. So let's keep going. And right here, this woman is talking about allegations, right? And I'm sure any rich person has some stupid chick trying to extort money from them. So this may be something, or this may not be something. But what Kendrick Lamar has done, it has opened up the conversation about Drake possibly being some sort of predator where he tends to gravitate towards younger women. So everybody put your city in the chat. Everybody put your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Put your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. And before we really get started, who do you think won this battle so far? Drop Drake or drop Kendrick? What do y'all think? Who is winning this battle so far? To me, it's Kendrick because of all of these different allegations, because this is getting really morbid. And I'm looking at Drake like he possibly may be doing some things that P. Diddy was doing, which means that's the main reason why I'm here. I don't like predators. I don't like people that are actually out here looking to do something negative to women and then turn around and hide their hand. So I got a problem with that part. But yeah, everybody drop either Kendrick or either Drake. Who is winning this battle?
How did he hide this? Like, even from his last beef that he was in, I don't remember nobody bringing this up. Do y'all remember this? Am I tripping?
Kendrick Lamar has denied the allegations made by Drake on his latest diss track. Drake has officially accused Kendrick Lamar of domestic abuse, and this happened in his new song Family Matters, where in the lyrics he accused him of beating his wife. The lyrics said, "They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you on your queen." This shocked.
So right here, I had to bleep out some of the words, But Drake is saying that Kendrick Lamar had to hire a crisis team in order to hide the fact or assumption or whatever that Kendrick Lamar was, you know, I'll say throwing his wife around. I don't want to say the words. So, and I don't know if that's true or not, but this whole thing has gotten to the point where they're talking about people's wives and people's children and everything. And in all honesty, I love it because this is what diss raps is supposed to be about. See, you have two different types of rappers. You have you have, what do I say? You have rappers that want to make you dance, and you have rappers that want to make you bleed, right? Tupac was one of those rappers that want to make you bleed, want to make you cry, want to make you hate your life, right? Pusha T is another rapper that wants to see you bleed from your eyes, right? Who else? Ice Cube is another rapper that wants you to bleed from your eyes, right? And these other rappers like Drake, you know, back to back, it was a cute song, it was funny, but it did not make nobody's eyes bleed. Like, and that's the thing about rap. Rap is supposed to be violent, and whether it's right or wrong, but that's what it has always been. You know what I mean? So when Drake just jumps out there and makes a bop that sounds good, but he ain't really talking about nothing, you lost, bro, because you're not even in it. You know what I mean? So when he make these allegations to a song that has this bop to it, it's like, all right, you know, maybe not, but because of who Drake is, nobody really takes Drake seriously because of what type of rapper he is. But when I hear about Kendrick Lamar, his allegations saying that, because I've been hearing about Drake. Like, do y'all remember? Well, some of y'all don't. I don't know. But if you listen to Joe Budden podcast, put a 1 in the chat. If you listen to the Joe Budden podcast, Joe Budden has said a number of times that Drake likes super young women. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all listen to Joe Budden's podcast. He said it plenty of times that he, one, is still a cornball, and the only difference is between the old Drake and the new Drake is he grew a beard, which may actually be fake because he has fake abs and fake everything else, so his beard may actually be implant. But altogether, Drake is still the same cornball that he was back in the day. And I got something right here. I got a lot of information. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. This is like an example right here.
Jewish real quick.
Let's do that.
Because a lot of people think that, like, Asher's Jewish.
Right.
He's not. His dad's Jewish. He doesn't really identify. All loves to Jews, but he's not Jewish.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand...
But he wasn't there. He didn't read his portion, first of all.
You didn't have a bar mitzvah.
Come on. Are you serious?
You had a... Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Just tell... You don't understand how big you're about to be in the Jew world right
You don't understand how big it is. First of all, I live in an all-Jewish area. So
Where?
I went
Where is
to
that?
Forest Hill.
Okay.
I went to a predominantly Jewish school growing up. I definitely had a bar mitzvah in an Italian restaurant, mind you.
My lord.
Yeah.
A nice Italian restaurant?
A very nice Italian restaurant. The song of the night was Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way.
You are younger than me, my friend. I forget about that.
Yeah, man, I was in there. I was in synagogue.
So you can look at the mannerisms. This is not the Drake we know now. Like, this is not the Drake we know now. This is actually Drake. The Drake we know now is not Drake. Drake is now a character. He's a caricature, but this is actually the real Drake.
I had my yarmulke on.
Hebrew school, the whole nine? You did? No Hebrew
See,
school?
I cheated. I didn't really.
So you just did that? No. Your
I just
parents,
collected the money.
your parents are nice.
Yeah.
So they let you do the bar mitzvah without having to do the fucking Hebrew school thing. So your mom's Jewish.
My mother is Jewish, and you know we have great Jewish dinners.
So I want y'all to think about this. Drake is Jewish. Who runs the music business? Who runs the music business, y'all? Jewish people. Drake is Jewish. So somebody's saying Drake is a plant. Duh. I knew Drake was a plant because somebody came out and said there's a guy named Drake. And when this guy named Drake, this is when I never heard of Drake ever. This was when Lil Wayne was super hot. There's a guy named Drake, and when he comes into when he comes out, he's going to be the biggest rapper that ever lived. And I was like, who the hell is Drake? And then Drake now is the biggest rapper that ever lived. And why is he the biggest rapper that ever lived? Well, part of it is because he probably is the only Jewish rapper. And everybody that runs the the music business are Jewish people. So when you start looking at the how deep this actually is, I think this is really deep. So when it comes to the P. Diddy stuff, I definitely believe that Drake may be into some things that P. Diddy was into. And Kendrick Lamar literally said Drake is the next person to have his house raided. Kendrick Lamar said Drake is the next person to have his house raided. So according to Kendrick Lamar, this is going to be Drake's house next. They about to pull up on Drake like this next, because he may not only be P. Diddy Jr., he may be P. Diddy Sr., because P. Diddy is black, but Drake is Jewish. So if you think P. Diddy has been protected all these years for the last 20 years, and P. Diddy is black, you don't think Drake may be doing, if he's doing the same thing? How many people are looking at the Drake when he's Jewish? Yeah, when Kendrick said F the industry too, yes, I totally agree. I totally agree. So I actually I put Kendrick Lamar's lyrics through AI so I can play the song. So hopefully when I play this song that it's not Kendrick Lamar, is AI Kendrick Lamar, hopefully I won't get copyrighted. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want me to play the whole song from Kendrick Lamar. It's not going to be his song though, but it's going to be an interpretation of his song. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want me to play this AI song where it's interpreting what Kendrick Lamar is actually saying. Because like I said, I can't play the actual song. I'll get copyrighted and this whole video get blocked. So, all right, so y'all are putting the 1s in the chat. So here we go. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to play that, but let me play the rest of this first and then we're going to come back. No, you know what? I'll come back to that. I want y'all to hear this because this is interesting. I never knew AI could do this. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. For the new people who just came in, please hit the like button, because if everybody watching hits the like button, we can go from 100 people watching to like 3,000 people watching. I've seen it happen plenty of times, but it takes everybody to hit the like button. So when there's a few people in here, YouTube is like, if nobody's hitting the like button, YouTube isn't going to send this video out to nobody because nobody's hitting the like button. The same thing with Facebook. With Facebook, everybody watching on Facebook, I need y'all to hit the like button so Facebook would send this out to more people also. So the like button when I say hit the like button all the time, it's meant to help me get the video out to more people. And when you hit the like button, YouTube and Facebook recognize this video as everybody loves it. So let me send this out to more people. So everybody hit the like button, and I won't get on y'all nerves if y'all actually hit the like button, because, you know, I have a tendency to say it over and over again. So here we go. Check this out.
Inform you that the man called your...
I remember this is not the actual song. It's an AI, but hopefully I did it in a way where I won't get copyrighted.
Dear Adonis, I regret to inform you that the man called your father is absent. Honestly, it takes a true father figure and he falls short. I'm not holding you accountable for Harley's gambling issue. That's due to his toxic traits. The man always claiming to be the victim. You've turned into a dreadful person. Your nerve, Dennis. Sandra, take a seat. What I'm going to relate is crucial. Your son harbors disturbing, twisted ideologies. Such an individual shouldn't mingle with us. He should be confined along with Weinstein. His view of black women is deplorable, treating them as objects for his sick fantasies. He grew out a beard to conceal his true self. He sponsors culprits on OVO through regular donations. A child's purity shouldn't be endangered. Nevertheless, he lets his own child close. We must shield our girls from such predators who prowl around rap events. He isn't fit to live. These ladies deserve their freedom. I've been in the industry over a decade, revealing a secret to you. Some odd things are ongoing. Certain artists aid in this. They normalize victimization, disguising exploitation as romance, and alter images to fit their lies. Any music lover should heed. Your actions might harm your sister or niece by exposing them to these fiends, unlike Cat Williams, who speak truthfully. My tenure at the embassy has equipped me. It's only a matter of time. LeBron Curry, safeguard your families. If you stand by him, ensure your family's safety. I'm set to confront any bully. Secure your loved ones. Dear little one, I lament the fact your father isn't present in your life. Perhaps he's preoccupied with his music and neglects your needs. His songs are rife with self-importance and disrespect towards women, shattering homes instead of nurturing his own. Ideally, he'd assist you with schoolwork, watch Frozen with you, or celebrate your 11th birthday with heartfelt verses.
Yo, give me some either fire emojis or thumbs down emojis. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think I really did that because I put it through a AI thing? Give me fire emojis or thumbs down emojis. What do y'all think? Creepy spoken word. Oh my God. Yo, man, I did the whole video I did the whole song like this, but when I did the whole song, it's kind of like a little slower. So I'm going to play this and then I'm going to play the whole song. So let's see. All right. So y'all got fire emojis. Okay. I thought y'all was going to hate it. All right. So before we keep going, we got to pay some bills, because if this video gets copyrighted, I ain't going to make no damn money from this video. So I need y'all to contribute to the channel. So let me play some bills real quick.
Coffee shop and play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun. Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
A potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
They ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
All right, shout out to Shalonda. Shalonda says it was a month ago when I ordered the card games. I totally apologize, Shalonda. We sold so many card games where my distribution company actually got backed up. And anybody who buys my Deeper Discussions card game, you will get your card games, I will say, within the next 5 days, because everybody is up and running now. And Shalonda and everybody else, you will get your card games within 5 to 6 days. because everything is backed up. I mean, not backed up anymore, and everything is back to normal. So card games, anybody buying my card games, the card games will be shipped out tomorrow. So if you buy a card game today, you'll get your card game within 5 days. So everybody right now, if you're on YouTube, the link to buy this card game is hovering around here, or either is right up under this video. You'll see the big advertisement, buy my Deeper Discussions card game. And if you're on Facebook, you look over this video under the title and you'll see the link to buy my Deeper Discussions card game. Shout out to you, to Shalonda, for waiting. I apologize, but sometimes you sell out and all hell breaks loose. So I apologize to everybody, because some of y'all, some other people may not have gotten their card games either. So I want to apologize to y'all also. So shout out to everybody that has bought the card game. You will get your card game within the next 5 days if you order today. So let's get back to this AI Kendrick Lamar diss. All right, so where is the other one? So the other one don't sound as good, but here we go.
The victim. You raised a terrible person. How dare you, Dennis? Sandra, be seated. What I'm about to say is heavy. Your son, he's ill with sick thoughts. I think...
All right, hold on, y'all. Sharon says, how much is the card game? The card game is only $28. And the card game is not just a card game. It will actually help you vet a potential mate. And it's something that you can play with your family members. So it's not necessarily for a dating prospect. You can play with your family members, because everything I talk about has a lot to do with childhood trauma. So it's a fun way to see if the person that is in front of you, whether it's your cousin, your mama, your best friend, or a potential dating prospect, what type of childhood trauma that they dealt with, but is in a fun way. So everybody buy my Deeper Discussions card game. Is only $28, because like I said, it's a small possibility that this live stream may get copyrighted. And I need y'all to actually not only subscribe, but support my channel by buying something. So either Cash App is right up under here, $AARON 1000, drop a Cash App, support the channel, or buy my Deeper Discussions card game. All right, so here's the other one. Let's go.
People like him ought to die. Him and Weinstein should be locked up for life. He despises black women, hypersexualizing them, fetishizing appearance. He grew facial hair, understood that pretending suited him better. He's got sex offenders on a payroll on OVO. Children should be protected, yet he keeps his child close. We have to raise our daughters aware of predators like him at rap battles. He should perish so women can... 12 years in this industry, let me tell you a secret.
One thing I heard Kendrick Lamar say that was really telling me that this man really, he's telling the truth about Drake, because I believe what Kendrick Lamar is saying, because I don't see a reason for him not to say it. Kendrick Lamar doesn't seem to be the type of person that's just going to make up something about somebody. Put a 1 in the chat if you think what Kendrick Lamar is saying about Drake as being a predator and being dangerous to young women. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe Kendrick Lamar. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe Kendrick Lamar. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe Kendrick Lamar. The man said a couple times he wishes Drake would die. And then right here he says, if Drake died, women could live. I want y'all to think about that. The man said, if Drake died, women can live. That right there had me thinking like, this man may actually be a demon, Drake that is, and he's a dangerous human being. And I've heard about this for years, but now it's starting to come out. And a lot of you said in the chat, y'all put a 1 in the chat, y'all believe that what Kendrick Lamar is saying is true.
So women can live fully. 12 years in this industry, let me tell you a secret. Odd things happen. Some artists are meant to regulate. They funnel victims discreetly, claiming to protect, then further their agenda on video, betraying women. This music, be mindful. Playing it around your sisters or worse, your nieces, is dealing with strange people, not the good sort, like Cat Williams, who spoke the truth. I'll get mine. The embassy is also bracing. Time matters. Keep the family distant. Curry, protect the family. Those who cherish children's love, distance your family. They're watching. If you support him, distance your family. I'm ready to confront any living pervert. Protect the family.
See, it's that part right there, y'all. Like, this man is literally issuing out a warning to everybody and letting people know that, yo, this man is a predator. So when we listen to Drake, I don't know if y'all know this, but virtually every song that Drake has on, even back in the Views album, because Joe Budden literally broke down how many different songs Drake made, and in his lyrics, he literally talked about how he started smashing different people's girl because he was looked at as a lame early on. And then on top of that, which is even worse, he always, according to Joe Budden, always gravitated toward the younger women. And even with Drake and Sexy Red, this is something that y'all may not know, and I don't even understand how nobody brought this up. Drake's boss is Lucian Grange. Lucian Grange owns a company called Giblet or Gibbet or Gambit or something. And Giblet, I think it's Giblet or something like that. That company is who pays and who actually put on Sexy Red. But also, on top of that, Drake is part owner of this Giblet company. Gambit, hold on, let me see. Is Drake part owner of the company Giblet? Gamma, that's it, Gamma. It's called Gamma. Drake is part owner of Gamma. The company is called Gamma, and Gamma is owned by Lucian Grange. So because Drake is so huge, Drake makes so much money because he said he made $400 million off his last album. How did he make $400 million off his last album? Because he's part owner of a company called Gamma, and Gamma is also paying Sexy Red. So to go even farther, why is this significant? Because Gamma is actually behind the destruction of Black people. Y'all can look this up yourselves. Gamma is behind the destruction of Black people. And Drake is part owner of Gamma. So when you look at Drake hanging out with Sexy Red, there's a reason why. Because they're using or paying Sexy Red to destroy black women. Because even though I have no problem with rap, well, I have a problem with rap. I have a love-hate relationship with the rap itself, right? The NWAs of the world, you know, back in the day, they used to rap about messing with underage girls, and you know, it was a song called "One Less Bee You Got to Worry About," where it was, you know, it was a song called "Just Swallow It" from NWA, where he said he walked up the steps and it was a girl, they was running a G on her, and a girl's butt was in the air, and he looked over and he was like, "Oh shit, it's a preacher." It was a preacher's daughter. And then in the song, he said she was only a certain age. I don't want to say the age, but he said she was only a young age, and you know, this was MC Ren, and he went on ahead and did what he did upstairs when he went up there. So rap has been disgusting for years, right? So I'm not just running around saying rap has just became disgusting, but when you look at Sexy Red and when you look at Drake and they're hanging out together, you already know Sexy Red is not paying Drake to hang out with her. That's crazy. But when you look at why Drake is hanging out with Sexy Red is actually being paid by Drake. I'll say it again. Drake is not paying Sexy Red to hang out with her. Drake is paying Sexy Red to hang out with him because he's part owner of this company called Gamma. And Sexy Red works for Gamma. And why are they? Because Sexy Red is super hot. Why? Because Gamma is pushing Sexy Red. Yes, Ice Cube called it out, right? So the thing about it is, what makes this deeper than just a diss song, for the first time or second time, because like I said, it's a number of people that have been saying that Drake is this sexual deviant with younger women. Kendrick Lamar has put it out there for everybody to see. So when I labeled this song, I mean, this live stream is Drake Diddy Jr., Drake may actually be Diddy Sr. because, like I said, Drake is Jewish. So let's go back to this song.
Dear young girl, I lament your father's absence. He's dedicated to his music, not much else. His melodies reflect egoism and disrespect, opting to shatter families instead of caring for his own. He ought to be teaching you numbers or watching Frozen with you, not ignoring.
Remember, y'all, this is an AI version of the diss song because I had to change it up so I won't get copyrighted. That's why it sounds like this.
In your special days, he instead seeks shallow relationships, chases thrills, setting a bad example. Remember, you are cherished, courageous, and gentle. You have the strength to make a difference in the world. I can't sway your father. Our kids are the future, but he dwells in confusion. Money is...
Wanda says, I can write a story about you and blank you with the pen and paper, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. I've never heard a diss song that wasn't true, because I think enough people in the industry would call it out and say nothing he said was true, and that would make the diss song null and void. When Drake dissed Meek Mill, that was true. When Tupac said, "That's why I effed your wife," we all know that he smashed Faith Evans. Faith Evans was a whore before she got with Biggie. She said it herself. She was a pure whore. I even got the video somewhere. So that was true. What Ice Cube said about NWA, was true because we listened to what they said. So altogether, I've never heard a diss song by a huge artist and they're lying on the other person, because somebody else in the industry will call it out and be like, yo, why is you up here lying? So even though rap is disgusting to a certain degree, there is a certain amount of integrity where you can't lie on the other person. So I believe what has been said. I even believe when Drake said it's a possibility that Kendrick Lamar's BM may be by his GM. Not saying it's true, but he didn't say it's true. He said your BM may be not yours, but it's by your GM. That's not true, but he didn't say it was true. But I believe that it has been an allegation of that, because somebody will call him out and say, yo, stop making up shit. Because you can't just make up shit and win a rap battle. That's not how it works.
Is an illusion, but he's trapped by it. His own father may have neglected him too. History often repeats, but it's not your blame. He hides another child. Show mercy. I created Mr. Morale, so kids like you find solace later in life, gaining the courage to face struggles. Never chase after men. Avoid that cycle. Find self-worth beyond clubs and superficial affections. Love is eternal, surpassing all pain. This song tells who your father is. Play it when you feel down. Yes, he's successful, but he's a negligent dad who shouldn't preach life. He should face reality. Certainly enthusiasm is present, but where is the enhanced commercial value? Shamer, concealing the identities of your children's mothers, aren't you? Feelings of shame? That's not what our mother taught us. Drop your disguise. I call for authenticity, those real successes. Why should...
So this makes a lot of sense. Eminem dissed Ja Rule, and it was true, but Ja's diss about 50 wasn't true. And what happened to Ja Rule? Ja Rule got attacked, called out, and kicked out of the music business. So that actually plays to what I actually said earlier. Integrity is important. And if you go lying about another rapper and everybody in the industry knows you lying, you're now a lame and nobody's going to fuck with you anymore. And that's literally what happened to Ja Rule. Ja Rule actually got jumped verbally by think about how many people like went after Ja Rule. See, people look at 50 Cent as everybody tried to jump 50 Cent. No, 50 Cent was a real rapper, so they didn't really, he won against everybody. But when Ja Rule, because Ja Rule literally, GM, general manager, yes, new chapter, yes. GM is general manager, yes. So what's going on, Kernet? What's up? What's up? What's up? Shout out to Portland, Oregon. So Ja Rule got kicked out of the music industry and went broke specifically because he started lying on rappers. That's what I'm saying. You can't lie on no diss song because you're going to get kicked out of the industry because it lacks integrity to be sitting around lying about somebody. That's what happened to Ja Rule. Busta Rhymes went after Ja Rule. Eminem went after Ja Rule. Every New Yorkers went after Ja Rule because he was a lame. They had to get him out of there. So you can't just sit around and just lie about people in no diss song. You're going to get kicked out of the industry. And DMX, yes, DMX went against Ja Rule. You see what I'm saying? And DMX is one of the most honest rappers that probably ever lived because he didn't give a shit because he did drugs. He didn't care about being dishonest. So if DMX is going to call you lame, and who else did DMX call out? Who else did DMX call out and say and call a lame, y'all? I want to know if y'all know this. Who is the other person? He called out Ja Rule for being lame, but who else did DMX call out, y'all? Drake. Facts. Facts. DMX, the most honest rapper in the game, he called out Drake as being a lame also. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. Rappers are terrible people. They do all kinds of crazy shit, right? You know, I'm never going to say rappers are amazing people. No, rappers are, to a certain degree, the scum of the earth. But that's the reason why we like them, because they entertain us. All right. So rappers are the scum of the earth. Drake, Jay-Z, UGK, all them niggas, scum of the earth, right? But they entertain us, and we are able to live our lives vicariously through them. Yes, he also talked about Jay-Z, and I just said Jay-Z is also the scum of the earth. So the thing about it is, y'all, we have to actually listen when somebody is saying this man is a predator, instead of just being like, oh, you heard what he said? No, we actually have to take heed to these people and say, oh shit, this man may be like R. Kelly and P. Diddy. See, I take this shit seriously. Because like I said, when it came to Gamma, remember I told y'all Gamma is the company that is behind the destruction of black people through rap. All of this has something to do with the prison industry also. Some people don't realize prisons are publicly traded companies. So when we talk about the entire, like everything stringing together, you got single motherhood, you got the school to prison pipeline, then you got rap music. All of it is mixed together. Single motherhood, public schools, prisons, and rap music is all put together. You get a single mother, you praise a single mother in rap music, which pushes single motherhood, like Gamma is doing with who? Sexy Red. This piece of shit done had another baby. She already had one baby. And she's twerking in the hospital, holding her baby, right? And who's paying her? Gamma, pushing single motherhood. And why is single motherhood pushed? In order to make more little angry boys that are going to grow up in the hood selling crack, selling dope, popping pills, and shooting people. And then they are going to come up and talk about their lives of shooting people in poverty, which is going to make more music, which is going to push more young boys to do the same shit, which will put all of them in prison. And the ones that don't go to prison and start rapping, Gamma and other music companies, they have in their verbiage when they sign a record deal that when they die, the record company has, y'all ready for this? The record companies have verbiage in the record in what the artist signs, where when they die or if they die, the record company has an insurance policy, a life insurance policy out on the rapper. Who gets paid from Biggie being dead? Diddy. So do y'all see how all of this stuff is put together? So I believe everything that Kendrick Lamar is saying. There's no reason not to believe it. So altogether, a lot of these rappers, whether it's Jay-Z, whether it's Drake, whether it's P. Diddy, it's a very good possibility that the majority of them are paid to hurt young women, to damage young women, to cause young women to be angry, and of course, to hurt young men, push drugs on young men, push sex on young men and young women, for the young women to grow up and become single mothers, to make more damaged little children, for the damaged little children to then grow up into poverty and, you know, shooting people and doing drugs, for them, for them to grow up and want to rap about the poverty and the damage that they have went through, to push the shit to younger kids or kids that are their peers, in order for everybody to end up in prison. So all of this is meant to push young boys into prison and push young girls into single motherhood. See, I ain't just here to just gossip about, I don't give a damn about all this shit. When it gets to the point where it starts affecting our people, that's when I jump in and start talking about this shit. People are saying, how did Mr. Gold don't turn into a blogger because I was talking about P. Diddy? No, I want P. Diddy in prison. Because if P. Diddy is doing this bullshit, he needs to go. The same thing with Drake. If P. Diddy and Drake are the same people, Drake needs to go. I want these people in prison. I don't give a damn about this rap shit. Same thing with Young Thug. I'm in Atlanta. I know what Young Thug was doing. Because Young Thug has been in jail all this time, Cleveland Avenue, which was called Bleveland Avenue, is back to Cleveland Avenue. It's not Bleveland Avenue anymore. I'm from Cleveland Avenue. I know what happened on Cleveland Avenue when Young Thug was out. People were dying left and right. It was like 70 people killed a week over in one area. But when Young Thug went to jail, that shit stopped. Because not only did Young Thug go to jail, everybody started snitching. I want Young Thug to die in prison. I want R. Kelly to die in prison. I am against these sexual deviants and these people that are paid and incentivized on killing our young people or causing more poverty or pushing single motherhood. Glorilla, trash. Her first video was her and a bunch of bitches with babies in their arms. Get her out of here. Get Sexy Red out of here. This bitch had a baby and made a video twerking in a bed right after the baby came out. Talking about, I'm ready to get back outside. Somebody get this baby. This woman is trash. But they're paid to be trash. And it goes back to Drake being part owner of the record company that is making these people or paying these people to be trash. So Drake is trash. I don't care about the rap, who said what. Drake as a human is a piece of shit. Sexy Red as a human is a piece of shit. P. Diddy as a human is a piece of shit. I don't care about this rap battle. I love hearing that the one person that may not be a piece of shit, Kendrick Lamar, is actually putting it out there that this other rapper is a piece of shit.
We believe in you. You provided us zero justification. You fabricated stories about your faith, surgeries, accent, background, all fabrications. You deceived your allies, turned your back on your crew. You fibbed about your kids, their mothers awaiting your adoration. You ignored the very individuals who could assist you. Abandon the rap battles, confront your real challenges. Can you maintain the joyous atmosphere? Are you able to keep celebrating?
I'm sorry, I like this.
Your father is absent. Honestly,
This one sounds better. I don't know why I made it so slow.
Dear Adonis, I regret to inform you that the man called your father is absent. Honestly, it takes a true father figure and he falls short. I'm not holding you accountable for Harley's gambling issue. That's due to his toxic traits. The man always claiming to be the victim. You've turned into a dreadful person. Your nerve, Dennis. Sandra, take a seat. What I'm going to relate is crucial. Your son harbors disturbing, twisted ideologies. Such an individual shouldn't mingle with us. He should be confined along with Weinstein. His view of black women is deplorable, treating them as objects for his sick fantasies. He grew out a beard to conceal his true self. He sponsors culprits on OVO through regular donations. A child's purity shouldn't be endangered. Nevertheless, he lets his own child close. We must shield our girls from such predators who prowl around rap events. He isn't fit to live. These ladies deserve their freedom. I've been in the industry over a decade, revealing a secret to you. Some odd things are ongoing. Certain artists aid in this. They normalize victimization, disguising exploitation as romance, and alter images to fit their lies. Any music lover should heed. Your actions might harm your sister or niece by exposing them to these fiends, unlike Cat Williams, who speak truthfully. My tenure at the embassy has equipped me. It's only a matter of time. LeBron Curry, safeguard your families. If you stand by him, ensure your family's safety. I'm set to confront any bully. Secure your loved ones. Dear little one, I lament the fact your father isn't present in your life. Perhaps he's preoccupied with his music and neglects your needs. His songs are rife with self-importance and disrespect towards women, shattering homes instead of nurturing his own. Ideally, he'd assist you with schoolwork, watch Frozen with you, or celebrate your 11th birthday with heartfelt verses.
So I believe every word. I believe every word. Because like I said, I played this a little earlier. This man is
Jewish real quick.
Let's do that.
Because
this man is Jewish, y'all. And he done came into the rap game as a plant. And he's ruining our culture from the inside.
a lot of people think that like Asher's Jewish. Right. He's not. His dad's Jewish. He doesn't really identify. All loves to Jews, but he's not Jewish.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand.
But he wasn't there. He didn't read his portion, first of all.
You didn't have a bar mitzvah.
Come on. Are you serious?
You had a. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Just tell. You don't understand how big you're about to be in the Jew world. Right?
You don't understand how big.
Yo,
First of all, I live in an all-Jewish area, so
where is that?
Forest Hill.
Okay.
I went to.
How is this man black when he grew up in an all-Jewish area? How? Why is he a rapper talking about all this tough guy shit, and he grew up in an all-Jewish area?
I went to a predominantly Jewish school growing up. I definitely had a bar mitzvah in an Italian restaurant, mind you.
He had a bar mitzvah, y'all. But y'all are fans of this dude, though. Y'all don't realize what's actually happening. All of this is white people and Jewish people, and they are actually paying black rappers to ruin black people. But this one right here isn't black.
My lord.
Yeah.
A nice Italian restaurant?
A very nice Italian restaurant. The song of the night was Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way.
You are younger than me, my friend. I forget about that.
Yeah, man, I was in there. I was in synagogue. I had my yarmulke on.
Hebrew school, the whole nine? You did? No Hebrew school?
I cheated. I didn't really.
So you just did that? No. Your parents are nice.
Yeah.
So they let you do the bar mitzvah without having to do the fucking Hebrew school. Mm-hmm. So your mom's Jewish.
My mother's Jewish, and you know we have great Jewish dinners like Rosh Hashanah and Yom.
The man is Jewish, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just letting y'all know what is actually happening here. Drop need to stop. It's really gone bad. Kendrick has more demons. Drake wants to live in a world of fantasy. Exactly.
First text message you ever sent me. Good Shabbos.
Yep, good Shabbos.
He kept it real.
Yep.
Have you gotten approached yet by like the Jewish media yet?
No, I haven't gotten approached by the Jewish media, but somebody today, who I won't mention, was like, you know how big it.
So when you see Drake grow out his beard, why is he growing his beard? Rick Ross was his mentor. Remember back in the day, Rick Ross was the main person that grew out his beard? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember that Rick Ross Drake's mentor was the first guy that made it cool to have a full beard. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember that. Back in the day, Rick Ross was the only guy that had the full beard. Rick Ross was Drake's mentor. He seen what Rick Ross was doing, and he grew out a full beard in order to make him look more black. Do y'all remember that? Wasn't nobody walking around with no full beard? Name one rapper before Rick Ross that was walking around with a full beard. Rick Ross made that shit cool. That's the reason why Drake has a full beard now. Because of Rick Ross.
Gonna be. And I was like,
wait, was that me 5 minutes ago? I remember saying that.
Somebody's like, you know how big you're gonna be? And he's like, this has never happened before. It's like every Jew is going to just like really embrace.
Well, y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear what he just said, right? Let me back it up because I don't want to repeat it because I don't want no anti-blank stuff. So I'm just gonna let him hear it. I mean, I'm just gonna let him say it.
Is going to just like.
Hold on, let me back up. Listen to what he said.
It's like every Jew is going to just like really embrace.
Well, here's the thing. There are Jews like my dad who like cling to like the biggest reaches. Yeah. Like, you know who's Jewish? Matt Damon. I'm like, no, he's not, Dad. He's definitely not Jewish. And like people reach, and the fact that you actually identify, that's gonna be like, that's gonna be big.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You're doing something that I could never do.
Some of like my blackest friends can be just as cruel on the other end, you know, by making you feel excluded, or making you feel like you can't get in on this. And sometimes I don't feel celebrated when I know maybe somebody else will be celebrated for those accomplishments. You know, when Drake is the artist of the decade, I don't think anybody says, wow, a black artist is the artist of the decade. I don't think anybody says that. Yeah, of course, there's a part of me that wishes that I was celebrated a little more, but I mean, who wants to listen to me?
Yo, real quick. I need to get at least 5 people buying my Deeper Discussions card game or contributing to the channel. So either drop a Cash App, which is $Aaron1000, but I would rather you buy my Deeper Discussions card game. Let's go.
I would meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Everybody buy my Deeper Discussions card game. The link is under this video. The link is hovering right around here. Just hit the link. You can buy it. And on Facebook, it's over this video and under the title. The link is in the chat. And the link is also pinned at the top of the chat. All right, so let's get back to this.
We
need your black card back, your nigga credit limit. Your black card has been revoked. Cause we can tolerate ya, but we don't wanna hear you say, nigga no more.
Just exposed Drake. Kendrick has just dropped another diss track titled Meet the Grams, mere minutes after Drake unleashed his explosive response, Family Matters. On Friday night, just as fans were digesting Drake's diss track, Family Matters, Kendrick came down hard on Drake's parade. The song comprises 4 verses, with Kendrick directly addressing a member of Drake's family in each verse, starting with his son, Adonis, then his mother, his father, his alleged daughter, and finally, Drake himself. The most shocking reference Kendrick makes is to a daughter allegedly hidden by the Toronto rapper, suggesting the girl is at least 11 years old. Drake seemed perplexed by Kendrick's claims and took to Instagram to express his confusion, stating he has no idea what Kendrick is referring to.
See, I don't care about all that stuff. If he ain't taking care of the kid, it's a possibility that may be a good thing, because if Drake is into all this crazy stuff, it will behoove the young girl to not be around Drake because of what he's into. So it may be a good thing if this young woman is Drake's daughter and Drake doesn't have his daughter around him because of the felonious things that Drake is into. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't care. She's better off not around Drake if Drake is doing all these crazy things.
Apart from the revelation about the daughter, the artwork for Meet the Grams is noteworthy. It features the same Maybach gloves Kendrick used in 616 in LA, but the photo is more zoomed out, revealing 2 bottles of pills, receipts, and other items allegedly belonging to Drake.
And in that album cover, the pill bottles are actually Ozempic pill bottles. The pill bottles in this picture, hold on, let me back it up a little bit. Right here is Ozempic pill bottles, because Drake is on Ozempic, allegedly.
Revealing 2 bottles of pills, receipts, and other items allegedly belonging to Drake. In the song's second verse, Kendrick addresses Drake's parents, launching into an attack on Drake's character.
Why did Diddy slap Drake? The truth is kinda sad. It all started in 2014 when the two were performing at a Miami club, and Drake decided to snatch the mic out of Diddy's hand. Although Diddy got pretty mad at this, it wasn't the overall reason he decided to slap Drizzy. It actually has to do with the song called 0 to 100. For those who don't know, 0 to 100 is one of Drake's biggest tracks of all time that dropped in 2015. But apparently this song didn't belong to him. It was Diddy who originally sent the beat a year prior, but he didn't like it that much, so he sent it to Drake, asked him to ghostwrite a verse, and also add a feature of his own. However, Drake decided to take this track to himself and made an absolute banger with it, which didn't sit well with Diddy. After hearing the song appear on multiple commercials, play on the radio, and even get playlisted.
Yo, everybody type in Diddy Jr. in the chat. Everybody in the chat, type Diddy Jr. Everybody in the chat, type Diddy Jr. This is Diddy and Drake fighting with each other. Type Diddy Jr. in the chat.
On NBA 2K16, Diddy confronted Drake at DJ Khaled's birthday party in Miami about stealing the beat, but Drake just walked away. So Diddy chased him down and gave him a firm backhand to the arm, which dislocated his shoulder.
So Kendrick allegedly abuses his girl. Drake has a daughter and potentially other kids. He's compared to Harvey Weinstein.
That part.
He protects other predators in his camp.
That part.
They are bullshitty humans. And J. Cole made a fantastic decision sitting this out.
Yo, if y'all think about what J. Cole did, I don't think J. Cole is a punk. J. Cole just didn't want a part of this, these allegations. I think J. Cole foreseen where all of this was going to go, and he said to himself, you know what? I don't want no part of it, because I know where this is going to go. I totally understand why J. Cole backed out now. This shit is crazy. If I was one of the best rappers in the world, I would not want this smoke. This is what DJ Akademiks said. DJ Akademiks said this. DJ Akademiks said, Kendrick Lamar paid somebody in Drake's camp to steal all that stuff from Drake's dad's suitcase and take a picture of it. And that is what is the album cover. The Ozempic pills. Apparently, Drake's dad carries around Drake's Ozempic medication for Drake. I'll say that again. Allegedly, Drake's dad carries around Drake's Ozempic medication for Drake. This is coming from DJ Akademiks. He said this last night in his stream. He said they got all that stuff from Drake's dad's suitcase. That's what. Man, this shit is crazy. So now I understand. I wouldn't want all this smoke. This shit is crazy.
Because what?
A few people, and some people said even Drake, in front of that same store.
All right, y'all gotta turn this up a little bit. I couldn't make it louder. This was so low, but this is Kai Cenat talking to DJ Akademiks, and look at how Kai Cenat is looking. Kai Cenat is like, yo, bro, what's up, Lorenzo? I don't even want to hear this stuff.
That same Chinese spot. Okay. There were a gang rivalry, which this doesn't really connect to Drake, but that store, if you look it up in Toronto's history, if you do a Google search, you won't find raving food reviews. You'll find a lot of violence and incidents that's happened there. Also, a lot of people used to record videos there, smoking in there because they basically signaling they smoking on their op because mad shit went down there. Him mentioning that spot is clearly telling me he's tapped into a little bit more than we think.
This man is like, bro, I don't care. Because it's not that serious, bro.
Just casually, Kendrick knows about Drake. He tapped into even the underworld of where Drake comes from, which I would imagine he might try to use that to,
Okay.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. DJ Akademiks makes a lot of money, but that man needs to go outside, bro. Like, he needs to get out of that basement and go outside, touch some grass, interact with some people. He makes more money than all of us, but that man I would not want to wake up as DJ Akademiks tomorrow. If I woke up and I was DJ Akademiks with a big old mansion and making $7 million a year, I would hate my life. I would hate my life because this man don't go nowhere because he's afraid he's going to get beat up or punched in the face. I never want to be in a position where I'm making a lot of money, but I can't leave out my house because I got so many people that want to punch me in the face. That's the reason why DJ Akademiks never goes anywhere, because everybody hates him and he'll get punched in the face. He makes a beeline from here to Jersey to go see Joe Budden. He makes a beeline from here to there, and he has security everywhere he goes. He went to the Super Bowl and had security with him at the damn Super Bowl. I don't want to go to no Super Bowl with security. I would hate to wake up and be Akademiks. This man just sits in his basement all night looking up shit. Watch what this man says right here. Listen to this shit. This shit is crazy. Be careful what you wish for, because you may wake up as DJ Akademiks.
Like, do you are you making sure that you keeping track of all of this adding up though? Like, do you have like a board, like a board that got like strings on it and shit, like connecting all the dots?
I kid you not. I spent about 6 hours. Like, I don't get on stream soon, but I spent 6 hours getting articles, like all type of things. Even
Bruh, this is like sad. Yeah, the little dude, the little fat dude, I ain't gonna say his name, but the little fat dude said he's gonna go after DJ Akademiks. Yeah, man, it's nasty out here. Because if DJ Akademiks, because he can't fight because his own ex-girlfriend showed his boxing skills. They filmed him boxing, so he can't fight. He will literally get beat up by the little sissy fat dude. So he can't leave out his house because he'll get beat up and then filmed. So be careful what you wish for, y'all.
it's probably something that Drake don't even want to really kind of get brought to light. But it's the whole thing about you ever walk somebody down and pay $500K, and that's kind of a loose reference to Drake came off a settlement back in the day. You get what I mean?
And that settlement is here. What? Hold on. Where is the settlement? I got the settlement. Oh, this is the settlement right here. Nope, that's not the settlement. Where the hell is the settlement? Hold on, y'all. So it's not this. I got all these damn videos. It's not that. Where the hell is the video with the settlement? I think this is it.
With this one, have you ever paid $500,000 to like an open case? I can say whatever y'all want to say, but it's a whole nother ball game when it ain't no cap in your raps. How did I miss this? A $350,000 settlement to an alleged sexual assault victim.
So that's what DJ Akademiks is talking about right here.
There's mad layers even in the conversation that led up to that, even though it was really some chick that was trying to extort him, really. Like, it was some bullshit. But it's playing into everything that, yo, if I could push this narrative to say you're a creepy ass nigga who likes kids, I'm gonna do it.
Right there. Creepy ass nigga that likes kids. So me in particular, I keep a gun on me everywhere I go because I ain't got no felonies or whatever. So I keep a gun on me everywhere I go. But I don't want to walk around with no damn security. I'm outside. I like being in Atlanta and doing stuff, or either traveling to different states or whatever. And I don't want to walk around with no damn security.
I don't like that when he says, I'm with 2 T's. You gotta do research on all this guy. I'm telling you. 2 T's is a nigga, it's a street nigga. They're gonna pretty it up and say he's a security center.
Casanat is laughing at this dude. He's just like, man, this nigga never goes outside. He just sits around looking up information on people.
He's a street nigga that's known for street nigga shit. So when he says a nigga who, like, imagine you think your rap battle is somebody say, I'm with the street niggas who's doing shit to people. And
Yo, imagine you thinking that you just dropping bars on the phone and the dude you on the phone with is just laughing at you because you sound like a clown.
I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos, which is, this is why Drake comes back on TaylorMade and says, that's jail talk, right? You're not talking like good kid, Mad City.
Bro, like, who cares?
You know?
Okay. Like, do you are you making sure that you keeping track of all of this adding up though? Like, do you have like a board, like a board that got like strings on it and shit, like connecting all the dots?
Yo, that's nasty. That's nasty. To ask another man, do you have a whiteboard and connecting all these things with strings and shit? That's nasty. That's nasty. That is him saying, like, bro, you are a cornball. I'm sorry. Like, DJ Akademiks is cool. You know what I'm saying? I would do content with DJ Akademiks because he does what he does good. You know, whatever it is he does, cool. He makes a lot of money. He makes more money than all of us. So I ain't mad at him. But damn, man, for another dude that makes as much or more money as you to clown you like that on his stream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, DJ Akademiks. So in other words, what you're saying is you don't have a life. You just sit in your basement like a cornball and you don't go outside. He can't go outside. So he makes all the money. He makes millions of dollars a year, but he can't go nowhere unless he has security. And that shit is weird. I'm sorry. It's weird. It is weird.
Kendrick of beating is a very big thing. A source expanded on this and said Drake knows some real tea from behind the scenes and wanted to expose Kendrick for what he really is. Drake knows that Kendrick is going to deny it, but Drake wants Kendrick to be shaken. Kendrick thinks he's the one with all the ace cards and has laughed at Drake, saying that his close ones sell stories on him, but it's actually Drake who has all the behind-the-scenes info and gossip. And now, Kendrick has officially denied all of these claims made by Drake. He did this by leaving a comment on Instagram underneath an article detailing Drake's accusations against him. In Kendrick's comment, he said, "Having to make things up because he got no real intel? I'm laughing." People love this response from Kendrick, and social media is generally on his side, and people are really supporting him in this. A lot of people have agreed with him and feel like Drake made all of this up. One fan said, "Drake's reaching hard with this one. Kendrick messed up with the cheating, but I never got violent vibes from him. This feels like a desperate move because he's losing the diss track war. Family Matters was weak compared to Kendrick's disses, and this just makes Drake look petty." Another fan said, "Kendrick shutting it down with class. That comment was perfect, a little mockery, but mostly just dismissing the accusation as laughable. Drake wants him rattled, but Kendrick's too focused to fall for that."
Track Drake claims that Kendrick Lamar is a domestic abuser and fake activist, while Kendrick is claiming that Drake is hiding a second child and associating himself with PDF files. Both accusations are pretty horrible. At the end of the day, we don't really know either of these people. Drake and Kendrick could very well be two of the worst people on earth. If they're telling the truth about each other, for me personally, fuck them, both. People make mistakes, but PDF file, and domestic abuse are two of the worst things that anyone could do. But if they're both lying or embellishing, then I hope they keep this beef going for years, or at least until the P. Diddy trial starts.
Hold up, both of y'all. Let's get both of y'all. Ain't no dick riding going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no dick riding going on at all.
You niggas talk about balling and just this and that. I think you're thinking watch, rolly, bracelet.
Yeah, it ain't no watch.
No. This is how we smoke.
Check your man out. Check your man out.
Smoke. Yeah, just let him do his thing.
Yeah, I'm letting him do his
thing.
thing.
The whole crew smokes, you know?
Everybody
and check
smokes.
it. This is what I got. Think about it.
P. Diddy Jr. P. Diddy Jr. So when you just sit back and just look at all of this, whether it's the Diddy parties, Diddy has been known for parties, but what if Drake has the same type of parties? What if Drake is doing the same things Diddy has been doing, but just not as long? And what if Drake is protected just like Diddy has been protected? But the difference between Diddy and Drake is Diddy is black and Drake is Jewish. So it's a little bit of a difference. I think Drake may be into some really demonic, terrible things with the company and the company he keeps and the person that pays his pays him. What is this? Julian, what Grange? Something Grange. I forgot his name. But yeah. And with all that being said, I want to play a video that I played before, and I'm just going to let it play. But I think this video that I'm about to play has a lot to do with this whole thing about Drake and Diddy and how they actually trap young rappers into this life. So this video I'm about to play is about demonic parties. So it's not about Drake, it's not about Diddy, but it actually is about Drake and it is about Diddy, and it will actually help you understand how young rappers get stuck into this situation and how they can't get out, because you only have two options, either in or out. And if you're in, you got to do all the shit that they require you doing. Lucian Grange, that's his name, Lucian Grange. So when you look at Diddy being at the top of the food chain, and when you look at Drake being at the top of the food chain, there's a specific reason why Drake has been chosen to be at the top of the food chain. I'm not a fan of Diddy, but if all things were true, haven't they arrested why haven't they arrested this guy? I don't know yet. I don't know. But check out this video. Like I said, this is a little random, but I think this will kind of like put all the pieces together, just in case anybody's wondering how these young men get into this world and how they are sometimes forced to do these things to younger people. So check this out. I'm just going to let this play.
Content for 5 years. You guys?
Because I think this will put some of the things together with what my man Kendrick Lamar was saying.
This story is the reason I stopped making content for 5 years. You guys remember when all those Vine stars and skit Instagrammers moved to LA in like 2015-ish? So
everybody hit the like button, 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 and buy my Deeper Discussions card game. I've got about 8 people that have already bought, and I want to say thank you to the 8 people that already bought, but let's get to 15 people. Let's get to 15 people who bought my Deeper Discussions card game. The link is under this video. The link is also pinned in the chat. Let's get to 15 people that have bought my Deeper Discussions card game. Let's go.
I wasn't a huge creator at the time, but I was there and around it all as all of that stuff was happening. I moved from Chicago to LA 3 weeks.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Buy my Deeper Discussions card game, y'all. The link is under this video. The link is hovering around here. Buy my Deeper Discussions card game.
After high school, with like $2,000 in my pocket that I saved up working at Steak and Shake with this other aspiring creator named David. I was much more into editing and being behind the camera at that time, and he was much more into Vine and vlogs and being on camera. That time of our lives was absolutely crazy. Everybody was broke, posting anything we could onto YouTube to get some attention. I happened to get a spot at the now notorious 1600 Vine Apartments, and David got a spot a little bit closer to USC. Everyone was collaborating with everyone, and it was the era of clickbait YouTube. And to be honest, it was extremely fun for the first few months, until Hollywood started to notice that influencers were the next big thing, and that the landscape of the industry was changing. And we started to get invited to more exclusive parties and events, where it seemed as if old Hollywood was almost grooming new Hollywood. And there was rumors of this one gathering that was happening on a monthly basis, where it seemed like anybody that got invited saw a massive jump in their numbers, secured huge brand deals right after attending. But apparently this gathering worked on a buddy system. Someone had to vouch for you and bring you as a guest. And by blind luck,
Y'all heard that, right? Using the buddy system that will give you huge opportunities. This is probably something that because if you sit back and look at who Drake was at first.
Quick, because a lot of people.
This little young corny guy ends up being the biggest rapper in the world. How did this young corny guy? Just look at him. How did this young corny guy, cornball guy, end up being the Drake that we know now? There's a possibility that he got caught up, or he got invited to one of these parties and he got promised some things and he was down with it. All right, so going back to the video, it all makes sense.
some talent agents saw me and David shoot a silly skit at a random party. He didn't invite us that second, he just told us that he saw something special in us and took our contact information. And listen, people do that all the time in LA, but this guy had a different feel to him. He wasn't trying to convince us he had connections or hype himself up like everybody else does. He was just super calm and had a sharp way of speaking that demanded respect. He was extremely brief, and after getting our numbers, he just said, "Look out for the invite," and walked away. And this is where it gets weird. I never gave this guy my address, I only gave him my number. But I ended up getting an invitation by letter. And at the time, I thought that that was so cool. But in retrospect, as an adult looking back at it, that alone was a huge violation of privacy and a major red flag. But at the time, when I tell you I was absolutely buzzing with excitement. When I got it, the letter was so extravagant and detailed. It was gold with black and red lettering that read something like, "Your talents have been noted, your name has been endorsed, and I'll never forget this part. The dreams you have been chasing are a night away through the seventh heaven." And the address.
So somebody said he probably met Baby at and got signed to Cash Money. Y'all gotta remember, Baby and Diddy are somewhat the same people. Baby and Diddy are somewhat the same people. There's a lot of allegations of Baby smashing dudes, young men for years. So when you look at what Diddy has been accused of doing and how we say no Diddy, well, you got to think about it. Baby was doing the same shit. Do y'all remember Baby and Lil Wayne used to kiss in the mouth? Put a one in the chat. Remember Baby and Lil Wayne used to kiss in the mouth. I'm just saying.
This was a beautiful home in Laurel Canyon that was set to happen that weekend. It also noted to not be a minute late and not to expect to leave before midnight. And at the time, it felt like the Willy Wonka golden ticket. And the excitement doubled when I got a text from David at the same time, in all caps saying, "Did you get one too?" I felt like our lives were about to change. And I was right. David blew up after this party, and I had to go into hiding. And I was right. David blew up after this party, and I had to go into hiding. When I tell you I was on cloud 9 leading up to that party, I mean it. I was so young and naive and delusionally optimistic. I truly believed that I was going to go to this party and leave rich, because it literally seemed like that was happening to the creators around me that attended. I was hyped. I've never been a braggy person, but when you're young and excited, you get consumed by good news and want to talk to your friends and peers about it. So everybody that I chatted with who I knew was a content creator and was in the know about this party, I couldn't help but to tell them. And all the feedback was positive and along the lines of, "Let me know how it goes," or "Can you try to get me into the next one?" And even some from bigger creators saying, "I'll see you there," with like a little smirk on their face, like they were pumped for me. Except for one conversation with a creator that most of you probably know. This creator is an extremely positive guy, and he's one of the most wholesome, bubbly, genuine guys I met out there. And when I told him the good news, he looked at me like I told him a tsunami was headed towards the building. The usual joy that this man brought to every conversation turned into real fear and concern, and he made me leave the lobby and come up to his apartment before explaining anything to me. Like he was scared that somebody was going to overhear our conversation. When we got up to his apartment, he was just pacing, like he had no idea how to start this conversation. But when he finally spoke up, all he said was, "Listen, Doug, I know you're excited, but I'm begging you, please do not go. That man is not who you think he is." He was being so frantic, and I could see tears welling up in this guy's eyes. But I was young, and I thought that I knew everything. I didn't even think the talent agent that sent us the invite was important. I was interested in the connections, and I didn't really care if the talent agent was shady, or if his intention was to sign me to a bad deal. I thought I'd just say no to any bad contract that he tried to send me, but still get to reap all.
So hold on, y'all. I wanna play something. I'm gonna come back to this, but I want to play something because the game literally was wondering why he was not included in a lot of the things. Hold on. I'm just gonna let the game explain how he felt. Because the thing about it is, P. Diddy has Meek Mill all around the millionaires and the billionaires, but the game is the person that wanted all of this, but I don't think the game was down for giving up his butt. So listen to what the game said. We're gonna come back to this in a second. Listen to this.
Niggas always leave me out of the room in the conversation. Even with Jimmy Iovine and Dre and back in the day, those rooms that 50 and Eminem were allowed to walk in, I never.
Remember the rooms. Listen to what he talks about the rooms. He was not included in the rooms. Why? Because he probably wasn't one of them dudes that you would try. And, you know, because game is gangster. Game will beat your ass. So there's a possibility that the game was never invited into any of these Drake, you know, like not Drake rooms, but any of these rooms that Drake probably went in, or these doors that Drake went in that made him into this superstar, because the game may punch you in the face. So imagine the game going to one of these parties that this guy's going to.
Pry a little bit and ask follow-up questions, but all he gave me was, "I have a friend who went and he hasn't been the same since he didn't cooperate. I don't know what he saw or what they did to him, but Doug, I do not want to see that happen to you." I felt.
So think about that. Think about the game, big tall ass going to one of these things. No, they ain't gonna let the game go, because the game gonna shoot up the place or something. So listen to this.
Niggas always leave me out of the room in the conversation. Even with Jimmy Iovine and Dre and back in the day, those rooms that 50 and Eminem were allowed to walk in, I never got the invite. Again, like the Super Bowl. I could have met Anybody. This is the opportunities that Hove gave Meek Mill. Put the position that Hove put Meek Mill and Yo Gotti in by affiliating himself with those young.
There's a specific reason why they chose Meek Mill over the Game. The Game punch everybody in the face. Like, you're not gonna have nobody's gonna be feeling on the Game in one of these little parties. No, the Game gonna air the place out.
Younger artist has Meek in there with Robert Kraft and doing all these great things for Philly and doing all that. When it
it's because Meek Mill most likely gave up his booty. Duh. It's a good reason why. Meek Mill most likely, because I actually literally believe that Meek Mill gave up some ass for some money. You know, I don't think Meek Mill is gay, but I think Meek Mill is gay for pay. So I literally think Meek Mill is gay for pay. He ain't just into dudes, but if somebody got some money, I think Meek Mill is literally gay for pay.
Starts.
Hold up, both of y'all. Let's get both of y'all. Ain't no dick.
I want y'all to think about this. Meek Mill loves hanging out with Diddy, and this is the shit Diddy be doing.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no dick riding going on at all.
You niggas talk about balling and just this and that. I know you're thinking watch, rolly, bracelet.
Yeah, it ain't no watch.
No. This is how we smoke.
Check your man out. Check your man out.
Smoke. Yeah, just let him do his thing.
Yeah, I'm letting him do his thing.
The whole crew smokes, you know?
Everybody
check
smokes.
it. This is what I got. Think about.
That's P. Diddy. You actually think the Game is trying to be around that type of shit? The Game been on beat the shit out of P. Diddy. But Meek Mill? No. We all know what Meek Mill's about. Meek Mill is bunny hopping for billions. Meek Mill is out here bunny hopping for niggas. It's the difference.
Bunny hops, Meek, because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat.
You think the Game is gonna be doing this gay shit right here? Do you actually think the Game out of all people is gonna be doing this gay shit? No way. This man is gay for pay.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. That's the wrong time. Nigga. Count out loud. 30. Can't, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42. Keep on. Keep going. 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. Keep going. Keep going. Don't cheat on your bunny hops. They suck. Your bunny hops suck. You got 250 more to go.
You know, he's really not that bright. That kid is not that bright.
Up in the water now. Go in right now. Do not embarrass yourself. You can do this. I'll be in with you. Come on. You can do it. Let's go. Go. Come on. You can do it. This video is taking too long.
So, old white men telling him what to do, telling him to jump in the water, telling him to bunny hop. You actually think the Game is finna do all that shit? No. So when the Game was coming up, most likely the Game got invited to one of these little parties that this guy is talking about. And the Game was like, man, I'm not doing this bullshit, and walked the fuck out the party.
And I was right. David blew up after this party, and I had to go into hiding. When I tell you I was on cloud 9 leading up to that party, I mean it. I was so young and naive and delusionally optimistic. I truly believed that I was going to go to this party and leave rich, because it literally seemed like that was happening to the creators around me that attended. I was hyped. I've never been a braggy person, but when you're young and excited, you get consumed by good news and want to talk to your friends and peers about it. So everybody that I chatted with who I knew was a content creator and was in the know about this party, I couldn't help but to tell them. And all the feedback was positive and along the lines of, let me know how it goes, or can you try to get me into the next one? And even some from bigger creators saying, I'll see you there, with like a little smirk on their face, like they were pumped for me. Except for one conversation with a creator that most of you probably know. This creator is an extremely positive guy, and he's one of the most wholesome, bubbly, genuine guys I met out there. And when I told him the good news, he looked at me like I told him a tsunami was headed towards the building. The usual joy that this man brought to every conversation turned into real fear and concern, and he made me leave the lobby and come up to his apartment before explaining anything to me. Like he was scared that somebody was gonna overhear our conversation. When we got up to his apartment, he was just pacing, like he had no idea how to start this conversation. But when he finally spoke up, all he said was, listen, Doug, I know you're excited, but I'm begging you, please do not go. That man is not who you think he is. He was being so frantic, and I could see tears, and I thought that I knew everything. I didn't even think sent us the invite was important. I was interested in the connections, and I didn't really care if the talent agent was shady, or if his intention was to sign me to a bad deal. I thought I'd just say no to any bad contract that he tried to send me, but still get to reap all the benefits of the party. So I tried to pry a little bit and ask follow-up questions, but all he gave me was, I have a friend who went, and he hasn't been the same since he didn't cooperate. I don't know what he saw or what they did to him, but Doug, I do not want to see that happen to you. I don't know what he saw or what they did to him, but Doug, I do not want to see that happen to you. I start reassuring him that they won't make me do anything that I don't want to do. I don't even drink, let alone take any party favors. So
let me tell you something. What happens to the guys that go to these parties? Is this it?
Are taught? No, of course.
That's not it. Damn it. Hold on, I gotta find it.
Isn't much of an issue for me. I make up a lie to get out of the situation, because to be honest, I selfishly wanted to stay excited about this party, and I really didn't want to hear anything negative about it. So I jokingly told him that I'd text him when I got home, and that I had to leave to edit some videos tonight. What I was really doing was calling my dad to beg him for $100 to buy a rental suit. Mind you, we were all still poor, and I was living in an apartment that I could barely afford. My dad reluctantly sent me the money, and I immediately texted David to pick me up tomorrow at 5 p.m. so we could both get our suits before the party, and grab food before we head to the party at 11. When David picked me up the next day, he was so excited and in such a great mood that I had to hide my concerns from him, at least while we were shopping for the rental suits. I had to manufacture excitement because David... I just want to rap.
Now, I'm letting y'all know it affects boxers also. Anybody that is in the industry has to turn gay in order to get the pay. Y'all already know who this is. Y'all tell me who this is, y'all. I can't play the music. Look at this shit. Tell me who this is in the chat. Look at this nigga. Let me see if the nigga is, look at this shit. So I'm letting y'all know that it's something you have to give up in order to get at a high status, regardless if it's acting, whether if it's boxing, if it's rapping. If you're on TV and you are getting paid millions of dollars, you got to do some shit. And a lot of these niggas are gay for pay. So when you wonder why this and how this person made it, well, there's a reason.
Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. That's the wrong time. Count out loud. 30.
Spoiling the mood. I would be ruining the content.
So when you look at shit like this right here, this is real shit. This is real shit. They get invited to parties, and you got to either make a decision and go this way or go that way. And if you go this way, you get everything you ever wanted to in life, but you got to give up that ass
that he was trying to record. So I went along with it throughout the shopping process. Our plan was to drop his car off at my apartment, walk to the In-N-Out Burger on Sunset Boulevard, eat, and then change into our suits in the bathroom and hop into the Uber, so we didn't smell like burgers. When we finally sat down to eat, I took that opportunity to bring up the warning that my friend gave me the day before in his...
All right, you think Vin Rames ain't really get clapped in Pulp Fiction, then offer that doing hot... yeah, Vin Rames. For those who don't know, some of y'all did not see Pulp Fiction. Vin Rames, big Vin Rames, got smashed in the bathroom like a woman. So yeah.
I told him everything that he said to me and how scared he looked when he said it, and that I was feeling a little bit worried about going to this party. David cut me off before I even got to finish my sentence and firmly said we're going, and then went on a rant about how my friend is a jealous clout chaser and that he's just salty that his content isn't good enough and would never be invited to something like this. He said it in a half serious, half joking tone like he always does when he wants to get his way. Then he finished off by guilting me and saying, "Doug, don't ruin this opportunity for us. Please just get through this party for me." I'd never heard anybody talk about my friend that way, but I'd known David for so much longer, so so I trusted his judgment. So I nodded my head and called the Uber. We changed in the bathrooms and hopped into the Uber, and David starts recording again, so I have to pretend to be excited again. But once we got off the side streets and started driving up Laurel Canyon, I started getting anxious and internally panicking. If you're not familiar with Laurel Canyon, it's filled with beautiful homes, but at night it's extremely dark and borderline freaky, especially when you consider all the history with the Manson murders in that area. Part of me feels like we're dropping ourselves off into a setup, but once we arrive, all of my worries get washed away. We pull into the driveway and this house is beautiful and extravagant, and everyone waiting in line to walk in is smiling and laughing and friendly, so I get excited again. At the door, they take our phones and have us sign an NDA, which isn't uncommon in house parties like this in LA, and they give us a mask and a name tag with funny aliases. My mask looked like a bear and David's looked like a bird. My alias was Stardust, which David got a crack out of, and his was Banshee. We enter what you could call like the lobby of the house, and as we're walking in, the apparent host of the party starts giving us a speech. This man is very eccentric and outspoken, and he's got the cadence of a late night show host, and I spot the agent that invited us standing right behind him. The speech was basically just encouraging everybody to have fun and explaining the itinerary of the night. Apparently this was a themed room party, and all of the guests were instructed to move to the next room whenever the grandfather clock chimed. He wrapped up his speech with some cheeky joke, and then one line that still irks me to this day. He said, "Have fun now, our descent starts at midnight." I tried to give David the eyes that I didn't like where this party was going. This type of behavior from people that I saw as adults made me extremely uncomfortable. The moment the host wrapped up his speech, a couple of workers came out of the doorway. They were holding a couple sets of long poles. All of a sudden, music started playing and everybody seemed like they knew what was going on. So I just went along with it. So I guess these parties start off with a big game of limbo. It's funny seeing people dressed so nicely playing a silly child's game, but it's even weirder seeing A-list celebrities being so excited to play. Because everybody had masks on, but when somebody that you grew up watching in movies walks by you with a quarter of their face covered, you still know it's them. I was amazed with how...
And keep in mind, he's in the party with A-list celebrities. A-list celebrities are in this party. So it's not just him and a bunch of nobodies. Imagine being in there with P. Diddy, or you in there with Drake or whatever, and you like, oh shit, I can't not go to the next room because Drake is in here.
Inviting and willing to introduce themselves, these people were. I was expecting at least an undertone of uppityness in there, but it seemed like everybody was involving everybody in conversation, and they were frequently introducing themselves to me with their alias, of course. The only thing weird about it was something that I didn't notice until the third person did it. When they shook my hand, they pressed their thumb into the soft part between my thumb and my pointer finger, and I only recognized the pattern because the third guy gave me a big smile and said, "This must be your first time here." In retrospect, this should have alarmed me, but it seemed like they got friendlier when they realized that it was my first time here, so I didn't really think anything of it. But before I got to ask any follow-up questions about this odd handshake, the first grandfather clock chime went off, and everybody excitedly rushed into the second room. When I finally got in there, I was taken aback by the dramatic decor change. Everything in this room was different shades of blue. The music was romantic, and all the furniture was cabana beds and love seats. I stood there for a second trying to realize what was different, but I couldn't put my finger on it until some girl walked by and caressed my shoulder in a really flirty manner. The decor changed, but the way everybody was acting was drastically different. Before, everybody seemed to be outgoing and inviting and friendly, but the second they stepped foot into this room, they became touchy, flirty, and suggestive. I was only 19 at the time, so this type of behavior from
in the building, got my nails done.
Oh, that's him. I forgot. Comedy also. This is a man. This is Lil Rel. You wonder how Lil Rel got into the movies? This is Lil Rel, y'all.
I want this message to all you hating ass bitches out here. Yeah, we
Wow.
about to shut them down. I ain't gotta be prom queen because I got my own crown, bitch. Here we go, get it in. Here we go, get it in. Shut them down. I bet you one thing, that stupid ass bitch Lisa better not be at prom because I'm gonna beat your goofy. He with a real bitch, happy as hell. He know I'm thick as hell.
That's
Get you like
crazy.
one hurting, jealous bitch. I'm right again. Hurting bitch. Oops.
Corey crazy. He said, "I'm right again."
Hurting bitch. Oops. Hurting bitch. Oops.
Oh no, he's not.
That's a comic behind him.
Oh no.
That's a comic behind him.
Hey, Rel, what you doing, man? What is you doing, Rel? Hey, boy, I know you hate. I saw this.
I want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs? We would fight. We would tussle.
Was it?
Let me know when you're ready to play it,
Was it
because
for
it's
some
time
movie?
for this to be seen. Because see, comedian.
Bro, who going around telling Meek Mill 12-year-old son that his daddy gay, bro? Y'all be taking things too far, bro. Who going in that boy's school telling that little boy that, bro? Basically, yesterday when Meek Mill was tweeting his hands off and saying all these threats to Wale, he added in that people have his 12-year-old son confused because I guess when he go to school, people be cracking on him saying that his dad be diddling with Diddy. That his dad is Meek the Freak to Diddy's the Diddler. That his dad got Diddified and became one of Diddy's minions. That he's a part of the Diddler 6. Meek the Tweak. But nah, bro, you just gotta tell your son straight up. Man, tell them bullies that you love your dad, that you...
And dad had to do what he had to do for the money. Dad had to be gay for the pay.
You accept your dad for who he is. But I also understand too that I bet you when bro be laughing at people cracking on each other, they be quick to turn the finger and be like, ain't your dad mess with Diddy? But what do y'all?
All right, so I'm gonna play the rest of this video about the party, y'all, but I just don't want this to be pulled away from the Drake and Kendrick diss. This shit is way deeper than just a diss song. These dudes, some of them, are into shit that is detrimental to black people, whether they gay for pay, because I'm not saying all of them are gay for pay, because I don't think Drake had to be gay for pay, but he do walk around with pink fingernails, right? He does have barrettes in his hair, right? So there's a possibility that Drake is a Diddy or Diddy Jr. or even worse, Diddy Sr. So I just don't want it to get pulled away. Like, why are you playing this video? Because this is probably how Drake got started. He got invited to, or possibly got invited to parties being ran by Baby. Remember, Baby used to kiss Lil Wayne in the mouth.
Extremely uncomfortable, especially when I saw that the cabana beds had curtains that you could close for privacy. And I realized that these people weren't just being suggestive, they meant it. I tried to give David the eyes that I didn't like where this party was going, but he seemed to be really enjoying the female attention, so I was on my own. I basically stayed in perpetual motion and walked laps until the next chime went off. So I didn't have to sit next to anybody for too long and let them get too comfortable. The clock finally went off and everybody rushed to the next room immediately. The weirdest part was the people that were in the private sections didn't even bother redressing except for the mask. I was in no rush to get to the next room, but I could see into it over the crowd of everybody's head. The walls were bright orange, but the smells that were wafting in from that room were amazing. And when I finally got in there, it was like the Hogwarts feast. It was table after table of the most delicious spreads I've ever seen. There was full tables for seafood, full tables for meats, full tables of sushi, and an entire wall of spirits. I almost started enjoying myself again. Until I saw the way these people were treating this food. They were disrespectfully biting chunks out of delicious prime rib roasts. They were just shoving copious amounts of high-grade sashimi into their mouths and eating caviar like it was cereal. The way that they were just grabbing with their hands and just spitting out things that they didn't like onto the floor ruined my appetite. At this point, I wanted nothing to do with these people. So I went up to the only familiar face in the room. The agent that invited me was the only other person not eating. So I approached him and lifted up my mask, so he'd recognize me considering we'd only met one time. Before I even got out my greeting or got my mask halfway off my face, he abruptly pressed my mask back into place and sharply said, "Mask stay on till the 6th room." He did it in a way that seemed like I was embarrassing him for not knowing the rules. So to ease the tension, I jokingly replied, "So we're only halfway there, huh?" He didn't laugh or make eye contact. He just dismissively replied,
Hey, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. A lot of y'all have not hit the like button. Please make sure to hit the like button. Right now, I need everybody watching to hit the like button. Y'all are not hitting the like button. Hit the like button, please. I need at least 200 likes. Hit the like button.
Encourage you to engage in the festivities. A slow drip is better than a flood. He started to walk towards the door as the clock chimed for the next room like he knew it was about to go off. I didn't like that interaction at all. He's the one that invited me here, and he seemed to have no interest in talking to me. I just kept going over what he said the entire time while we were in the next room. This room was yellow and basically just a casino. I wanted to talk to David privately and let him know that I wanted to leave, but he seemed to just be caught up in the momentum of the party. Plus, there was a roulette table in the room, and David's freakishly good at roulette. So at this point, the winning streak that he's building is the center point of the party. I can't fully focus on what the agent said to me because I have to pretend to be excited about David's winning streak in a fake casino where you're not actually winning money. And like clockwork, the chime goes off. The entire party starts rushing to the next room again, and the vibe changes dramatically. I'm the last person to walk into the bright red room. This room didn't seem to have a specific activity like the others. It was just empty and bright red, and everybody was whispering to each other. For a split second, I thought it might be a big game of telephone or something silly like that, but as I started walking through and brushing shoulders with these people and hearing what they were saying to each other, I started questioning everything. The same people that I saw laughing and celebrating and eating together were whispering the most heinous, offensive comments directly to each other. I mean things that you wouldn't even say behind your friend's back, they were saying it to their face. I'm talking friendship-ending secrets and personal opinions about each other laced with envy and jealousy. I hurried to a quiet corner because I was sick of hearing everybody's dirty laundry after walking around for a minute and a half. And it all clicked. I knew exactly what this party was. I see the host ask the first person in line a question before having them repeat something that he said. When I tell you I am done with this party, I am absolutely not doing that. All the dots start connecting in my head while everybody's being horrible to each other around me. I'm trying to recap the whole night and remember the order of each room to solidify my suspicions, but the chime for the next room goes off. This time everybody gets eerily quiet and calm, like they got all of their venom out. The host of the party announces for all of the newcomers to come to the front. All of the attendees form a single file line in front of the next room's door. There's about 10 other newcomers in front of me and David, and the agent that invited us is standing to the left of the door, and the host of the party is standing to the right. The host has a pile of books on the table next to him. I see the host ask the first person in line a question and then grab a book based on his answer. He would present
this part right here. This is when it gets really weird. This when is when it gets really, really weird.
The book to the person and place a diamond-shaped metal symbol on top of it before having them repeat something that he said. Then he'd take their mask off and let them enter the next room. I couldn't make out exactly what he was doing until there was only 2 people ahead of me in line. The books were Bibles, Qurans, Torahs, and so on. He would ask the person, and which one is yours? Whichever they chose, he'd grab it and place the metal symbol on top of it. He'd have you put your hand on top of the metal symbol and then repeat, I am my own God, I bow to nobody but myself. When I tell you I am done with this party, and I whip my head around and I tell David I am absolutely not doing that. David whispered back in a joking tone like he always does, dude, it's just a party, who cares, I'll see you in the next room. And he skipped me in line to show me that he'd do it first to make me feel more comfortable. He went through with it and giggled his way into the next room. It was my turn, so I tried to play it cool and whisper to the host, do you mind if I skip this part? It's making me a little bit uncomfortable. I thought he'd subtly break character and reassure me that this is just a party theme and it's all good. Instead, he whispered back to me in a really kind tone, of course man, don't worry about it, just take your mask off and turn around. I was relieved for about a split second before the agent that invited me here grabbed my arm and started guiding me towards the exit. And I see that everybody that was behind me in line staring at me straight-faced. I look back at the host and he's standing up and loudly shouts like he's starting a chant. The price was not paid. And then everybody in line that was staring at me chants in unison like they knew exactly what to do. Remove the profane. And they repeat it over and over until I'm through the exit door. The price was not paid. Remove the profane. The price was not paid. Remove the profane. I just start panicking. Now I know for sure Joe isn't safe either. The whole intent of this party was to butter me up to get me to do these horrible things.
Party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me. Right. So he had put the majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and
front of the party and out the front door. He just puts me out into the backyard. It's 4 a.m. My friend's still inside. I don't have my phone. So I decide to walk around the right side of the house because that's where all of the party attendees were kind of headed. Let me see if I could peek in and maybe flag down David to let him know I got kicked out. And there's some windows to the next room. But of course these windows are like big church stained glass windows.
Yes, this is live, Ava. Yes, this is live. We are live. Hit the like button, Ava. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
And you can't really see through stained glass windows like the colored ones, but if you go really, really close and you look through the white parts, you could kind of see clearly what is on the inside. And this room is like a bizarre church replica without all of the seating. It's just a big church-like room. And all of the people that were in there had their masks off. And it was like a big circle and almost looked like an initiation. And all of these celebrities are standing around in a circle around the other 9 new people. It was 10 excluding me. And there was big TV grade cameras recording, and it looked like the group of celebrities and everybody else that was there was kind of cheering them on, but then there was clearly people in there that were much more serious and kind of threatening, and the 10 new people were in the middle of this room being forced to do horrible things that I wish I could unsee. And the new people clearly didn't want to do these things. They were being forced to do these things. And they were clearly recording it. And I see my friend being forced to do these horrible things in front of these people and in front of these cameras. I just start panicking. I don't know what to do. So in my head, I'm like, I just need to get out of here. So I start speed walking to the front of the house. And I'm thinking, I need to get out of this gate. There's only one street. We're on Laurel Canyon. So it's either I go left and start running towards Studio City, or I go right and start running towards West Hollywood. I'm not about to go knock on other people's doors. I'm just trying to get back to like civilization, and I'm trying to remember if we're closer to Studio City or if we're closer to West Hollywood. I don't even know. As I get to the front of the house, one of the employees is standing there, and he's standing in front of a car, and he has my phone. I'm not sure if he knows that I just saw everything, so I'm kind of standing there deer in headlights, but he just politely goes, here's your phone and here's your ride. Don't worry, the driver will take you home. So I take my phone and I sit in the car, and I'm trying to gauge to see if this driver has any malicious intent, but he doesn't seem to. And within the first 3 minutes, I know that they don't think I saw anything. They were just getting my stuff prepared and my car prepared to take me home, because they're under the impression that I didn't see anything too bad, and I got kicked out before any horrible things started happening to people inside of this party. So I get in the car and I'm checking my phone. My phone was fully charged when I got here, so I don't know what they did, but my phone won't turn on. I have to sit through this 30-minute car ride. One of my best friends is back at this party getting mistreated and recorded doing horrible things, and I can't tell.
Wait. He's not getting mistreated. He's getting what he wanted, because he could have left just like you left. No, don't do that now. That man ain't no victim. That man could have up and left just like you up and left. That man wanted to get violated. Some of these dudes, and this is the reason why I'm bringing this up. Some of these males, they are okay with the gay for pay because they can end up being like Drake. Some of y'all in the chat, some of y'all watching, if y'all are living y'all lives, and if y'all can turn around and wake up, I would say a year later, and you're Drake, you'll do it. Drake is a billionaire. So some of these guys, they want it. So no, you can't tell this man he's a victim, because you're in the car and all you did was raise your hand and say, I want to get out. And they let you out. They didn't put this man in a situation where he had to do this stuff. All you got to do is say, hey, I don't want to do this no more. They would have let you out just like you got let out. No, your friend is not a victim. He wants all these horrible things to happen to him.
Anybody. So I get through this 30-minute horrible, suspense-filled car ride, thinking about all of the people that were so nice to me inside of this party. And
all facts, Lorenzo, this man was a volunteer, not a victim.
The whole intent of this party was to butter me up to get me to do these horrible things. And when I finally get back to my apartment, I run upstairs, I plug my phone into the charger, and the first texts that come through are from my friend Joe. And I completely forgot that my friend Joe was coming to visit me. He was coming.
Do y'all know y'all souls are in y'all asses? Your soul comes out of your ass. So they access your soul when you sell it through your butt.
On a little mini vacation, and I was going to play tour guide and show him around the city. So now I'm thinking I only have like 4.5 hours to sleep before I have to go pick up my friend from the airport, and I still don't know if my other friend is okay. So I'm blowing up David's phone because he's still at this party, but I set a timer so I get to the airport to pick up my other friend. So I barely get any sleep. I drive to LAX to go pick up Joe, and I drive him back to my apartment, and when I'm coming back into my apartment, David's in the lobby, and he's talking to some other big creators, like bouncing video ideas. It's like 9:30, 10 a.m. at this point, so we're just kind of having coffee by the cafe and chatting. I tell Joe to go upstairs to my apartment and drop off his luggage, and I go ask David if I could talk to him really quick. I'm clearly very distressed, and he's being very jokey with me, and he doesn't seem like anything bad happened, and he's just kind of making fun of me for getting kicked out of the party. I'm just
see, cause he gave up his ass and he's okay with it. He wasn't a victim. This is proof that the man was not a victim. He's happy. He's laughing about this shit. He's chilling. He gave up his ass. He gave up his soul, and he's okay. No, the man was not a victim. Oh, Ava, you didn't know your soul was in your butt? Yeah, your soul is in your butt.
Letting him talk for a little bit, and I finally tell him I was looking in through the next window. I saw what they made him do, and I was just asking him if he's okay. And the second I said that, he immediately switched on me, and he started damn near cussing me out and saying friendship-ending things, and his eyes turned from happy and giddy to filled with almost fear and a little bit of betrayal. When he stormed off, he pulled out his phone, and he was calling somebody as if he was like reporting something back to them. I immediately start freaking out. I assume that he's telling them that I saw what they did, and now I have my friend upstairs who thinks he's just on vacation when I just saw hyper successful rich people doing unspeakable acts, and they have all of the resources to come after me. They know where I live.
So just to explain this, when I say your soul is in your butt, this is what I was saying. Your chakra, if you just imagine a person, your chakra, when you see a picture of all of your chakras, the bottom chakra starts at your butt. The person in the chakra picture, if you just a picture of a person's chakras, the person is always sitting down, and the bottom chakra is at your base, which is your butt. Your chakra is in your butt. So they access your soul through your butt.
And David isn't even on my side because the dirt that they have on him now. I have to pretend that everything's okay to Joe because he flew all the way out here for a vacation, and I don't even really know how bad the situation is. I don't even know how to tell him about everything that happened the night before. And I promised Joe that we were going to go to Runyon Canyon this morning. So he goes and changes into hiking gear, and I drive him over to Runyon Canyon. We do the hike for a few hours, and when we come back and I check my mail, there's another letter from these people, and I take it to the bathroom because I don't even want Joe to see it, and it's a screenshot of the surveillance footage of me looking in through the window and a little handwritten note, just a reminder of the worst mistake you've ever made. Curiosity killed the cat. And I start freaking out. I know that David just betrayed me and told them that I saw, and now they have proof that I saw. Now I'm just a walking liability to them, and now they're threatening me and that was the worst mistake that I've ever made, and insinuating that curiosity killed the cat. I'm the cat, but it's still not enough to tell Joe.
So real quick, let me show y'all something real quick. Share screen. We won't come back to this video, but I want to show y'all. This is what I mean. So these are your chakras, and your bottom chakra is in your butt. Y'all see this? And make sure y'all are able to see it. I'm gonna put it on a bigger screen. Y'all see this? Your soul is in your butt. Why isn't it showing the bigger picture? Oh, it won't show. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me stop sharing and go back so you can see the bigger picture. Hold on a second. Let's go. Here we go. So now, put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. Your soul is in your butt. Y'all see that, right? Y'all thought I was playing. So that's why, put a 1 in the chat, y'all can see my screen. That is why the white people always want your butt, because your soul is accessed through your butt. So when you see all these dudes doing all this crazy shit, you always wonder, like, why are these dudes gay? Because that's how they access your soul. They access your soul through your butt. All right. So, because y'all think thought I was joking. Unshare screen. Let's go back to the video.
out what happened. So I just go on with this charade and I'm just playing tourist, bringing my friend around the city. And the first day, nothing happened. And to this day, I firmly believe that the only reason they didn't do anything to me is because Joe was there with me that whole week and he had just finished the police academy and he was officially a police officer. So I think me being with him is the only thing that kept me safe because they weren't willing to do anything to a police officer. And I knew for sure they were keeping an eye on me the next day because Joe asked me the night before if I had half and half for our coffees the next morning, and I didn't have any half and half, and he just jokingly said, who has coffee and doesn't have half and half? It was a conversation in passing, it was a joke, and the next morning we woke up and there was a full half and half in my fridge. And the only reason I noticed that is because Joe said, thanks for running out early and grabbing half and half, you didn't have to do that. I was kidding. I didn't go and grab that half and half. I knew that somebody was not only listening, but entered my apartment that night while we were sleeping. And then they started to do these things that only I would notice. Things that if you told anybody, they would look at you like you were crazy. Each night that we came home and we were just winding down and watching TV, I would go to turn my TV on and the remote control wouldn't work. And I would check the batteries and the batteries would be switched from positive to negative and negative to positive. Like they came into my house and just flipped my batteries. I know that my remote control worked the day before and they just needed me to know that they were in my house and flipped my batteries, just to let me know that they were invading my privacy on a daily basis. And then it started escalating to when I would take Joe to lunch, or we would pop to the grocery store, or we would go to the movies, and we would come back to the car and my left blinker would be on. They would just open my car and put it down, and every time we would come back to the car, my left turning signal would be on. It happened like 6 times. How can I tell anybody that somebody broke into my car and turned my left signal down? It's something that only I would notice. And I can't tell Joe because I'm not trying to scare him, and it's also something that I don't even think he would take seriously. He would probably say, you probably hit it down when you were stepping out of the car. And then things started to pick up. They started to do very specific things to me that weren't just by chance. We came home one day and I locked the door behind me like I was doing every time because I was super paranoid. My apartment door lock just locked swiftly. My apartment door lock doesn't lock swiftly. I would have to like press into it and jiggle it and force it to lock. And it's been like that since I moved in. And it had this sharp little nub on the front that I would feel with my thumb every single day. And one of the days we came home and it just smoothly locked and the nub wasn't there. So they were letting me know that I can't even lock them out. But how do I tell anybody that they're doing this to me? Because they would just say the apartment was probably aware of it and changed it. And I still wasn't able to tell Joe because I would think that he would come to the same conclusion. But then the next day, we go to the car to go to breakfast, and we get into my old car that I've had for 5 or 6 years at the time, and I grab my gear shifter and I go to pull it into reverse, and it smoothly goes from park to reverse. And my gear shifter doesn't smoothly go from park to reverse. You have to wiggle it in a certain way. You have to press the button with your thumb in a certain way to get it into reverse. I only know that.
So I want y'all to think about this at this particular point. Say this was you and you go to this party and it was this weird ritual party, right? And your friend goes to the ritual party, and now say your friend instantly starts getting opportunities and deals or whatever and start making a lot of money, right? And say as long as you're in your own city, you keep getting harassed like this, but your friend is blowing up. He has an acting gig the next week. So for example, say you're going through all this harassment over and over again, right? But your friend who went through the stuff is now filming Avengers Part 6 or something, right? And he's like, yo, man, I'm playing Captain so-and-so on the Avengers. You like, what? Yeah, man, it's because of the party. Like, I went to this party, now I got all these opportunities. Bro, why didn't you go to the party? And you're over here getting harassed left and right. And you're getting subtle death threats. And what if the death threats are saying, go through with the party and we'll leave you alone? And you're looking at your friend and he's in the Avengers or some shit. He's playing Captain America or some shit. And you're over here getting death threats. Would you think for a second and say, damn, I'm getting death threats. These people they have access to my home. They can do something to me anytime they want to. And all they want is for me to go back to the party and go through with the ritual, and I'll get on the Avengers, or I'll be hanging out with Drake or whatever. Would you go back, or would you just move to another state and live your life in another state? So you have this young man has two particular decisions to make. Either leave the city and never come back, or either go back and go through the ritual and then become a multimillionaire. So which would you take? Getting death threats left and right, or and move away and never come back to your home city, whether it's Houston or wherever you at, or go through it, let them get your butt, and become a big star? You won't be able to go, hold on. You won't be able to live your life. You're going to have to change your identity. So which would you pick? So Carl said, I move away. You going to leave the damn country? Come on, man. Y'all making up stuff now. Y'all would actually leave the country because they threatened to kill you. And the other side of it is becoming a Drake. You want to leave your country and move to another goddamn country. I want to hear from y'all. I see y'all just instantly got quiet. Change my identity once you see the party they on you. How do you change your identity, Mike? It's not easy to change your identity. You can't legally change your identity. You're not part of the mob. What are y'all talking about? You're not part of the mob. You can't just change your identity. Move to Thailand? Really? Man, whatever, man. Whatever.
I drove this car every single day for 5 years, and this gear shifter is pretty much broken. It's an old car. And that morning I got into my car and it smoothly went from park to reverse, and the wooden finish on the gear shifter was different. Mine had scratches on it and this one was brand new. So they were telling me not only are they able to just break into my car and turn the left signal down, they're also willing to manipulate my car. Now I know for sure Joe isn't safe either, and me not telling him these things puts him into danger because I'm driving him around in this car. And if they could change my gear shifter, why wouldn't they be able to cut my brakes? So I basically just break down, and I have to tell Joe everything from start to finish about this weird party with this weird agent and the little things that I've been noticing all week, and that this was the last straw. And Joe believed me because we used to drive around in my car together all of the time, and sometimes he would drive my car, and he made me promise that I did not get that fixed. The gear shifter was still broken yesterday and it's fixed today, and I didn't do that. So that won him over, and he basically said, we need to get out of here. It shook him too. He didn't like the idea of these people in the house. When I told him I didn't get the half and half, when I told him all of these things that were adding up over the last couple days, it freaked him out. And he's like, bro, we got to go back to your apartment. We got to get your stuff. We got to get you out of here. Then my entire world is shattering. I moved out here and all of these things were going great for me, and I had a place and I had friends, and I didn't want to leave. Maybe the stuff will die out. I'll be able to work with other people. It's going to be okay. I don't want to just leave my apartment, leave all my stuff. But Joe insisted that we went back to my apartment to grab his stuff and mine. And
hold on, man. How much they oh my God. He like, all right, how much y'all gonna offer me?
and then go stay at a motel before he leaves the next day. And when we got to my apartment, David was in the lobby with other creators by the cafe again, and I went up to him. I didn't really have any idea about what I was going to say to him. All he did was hand me a coffee, ignore everything that I said, and walk away. But then when I looked at the coffee, it had a little napkin wrapped around it. I saw that something was written in Sharpie on the napkin. It said, I'm so sorry. You have to leave tomorrow with him. Otherwise, it's me and you. And I went upstairs.
See? Imagine you gotta leave. Like right now, I live in Atlanta, right? Well, on the outskirts of Atlanta. And I go to a party, and all of a sudden I run out the party. And now I get threatened that I have to leave Georgia tomorrow. I got all this stuff. Like, what the hell? I would just leave, go to Houston. I would probably move to Houston or Dallas and pay somebody to move all my stuff in a moving truck to Dallas. And I would just start my life in Houston or Dallas. That's what I would do. And I would tell my kids, hey, this happened. So you're going to move out here too? Or because I can't come back to Atlanta no more. So hopefully I will pay my kids to move to Houston and Dallas too, so I can see my kids and stuff. And that's what I would do. That's what I would do personally. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up nothing.
And I packed a couple backpacks and I left LA the next morning with my friend and I never went back.
Damn. Damn, damn, damn. 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 You have to choose. You either going to choose or die or live without your soul. Yeah, like I said, I will move to Houston or I will move to Dallas and send for my stuff later. I'll just get up out of here and never come to Atlanta again. So, yo, come on, man. No, let me tell y'all something. What if they offered $500K for 10 minutes? No. The reason why, and I'm just being dead serious. My card game is worth $10 million. Now, I don't have $10 million, but my card game is worth $10 million. And I'm looking to, in the next 2 years, to get offered $10 million for somebody to buy the rights to sell my card game in Walmarts and Targets and shit. So because of that, I don't have to sell my butt for $500,000. I could sell my card games. And that's the thing, y'all. You can either sell your butt or you can sell your card games. I would rather sell my card games. Okay. So this is my proverbial butt that I sell to people. I don't have to sell my butt because I have a product that I can eventually make at least $10 million off of. So just to keep that in mind for y'all. So come up with a product that is valuable. You no longer have to be in a position where you got to sell your butt. I will never sell my butt because I sell my card games instead. So just for the record, y'all come up with something to sell so you never have to sell your butt. Because I promise you, in the next 3 to 5 years, I'm going to be worth $5 to $6 to $7 million because after taxes, you don't have $10 million anymore. You'll have $6 million. So in the next 2 to 5 years, I'm going to be worth about $6 million when I get my card game out there blowing up. And I'm going to sell my card game to another to some white people for $10 million. And it's not going to include my butt. So just keep that in mind. It's not worth your life, your soul. You can find ways to sell something else other than your ass. To the ladies, you don't have to sell ass to pay your rent. Come up with a product and sell your product instead of your ass. So I'm sorry. So I didn't ask for this. Says, I'm sorry, I'm broke. I'll deal with the 10 minutes. Hey, y'all do what y'all want to do. But I'm just saying a lot of women are giving their asses away for free and they ain't getting nothing. So, hey, if you're a man and you give up your ass for $500,000, you're actually in a better situation than these women. I guess. I'm just saying. So yeah, amen to that. But I'm gonna do another show about this because I'm gonna do some more research and we're gonna get into some more stuff about Drake. because I'm looking at Drake like he is P. Diddy Jr. And yeah, so Drake is now the enemy now that he's been exposed. So I'm going to look into some more shit. And now P. Diddy and Drake is on my radar. And now I'm going to look for the underground tunnels under the Drake type shit. See if Drake got some damn underground tunnels. So hold on one second. Shit. What am I looking for? Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Boom. So right now, y'all, I need everybody to do this one thing right here. I need everybody to do this one thing right here. Hold on. All right. So I just dropped the link in the chat. I just dropped the link in the chat. I need y'all to just hit the link and go there. I need everybody watching. Hit the link that I just dropped in the chat and go there right now. Y'all are good. Hit the link and go there. Hit the link I just dropped in the chat. Just go there right now. Just go there. Go there. Hit the link and go there. That is my Diddy Did It playlist. Everybody right now. Everybody right now. If you're in the chat, hit the link that I just dropped in the chat and just go there. And for the rest of the people, hit this link. So I need everybody right now to hit one of the links that are in the chat. Hit that link and go there. It's a portal. Rudy said, I'm driving. Oh, it's okay. Don't get no accident. It's a secret portal, and it's not a Diddy party, but it is a Diddy playlist. Yes, sir. We want Diddy in jail. Right. So everybody watching, go to the I just dropped the link in the chat. Facebook, YouTube. Hit the link, hit the link, hit the link. Everybody hit the link, hit the link, hit the link, hit the link, hit the link. Everybody hit the link. Everybody hit the link. Everybody hit the link. It's my Diddy Did It playlist. Everybody hit the link. Diddy Did It playlist. Everybody hit the link, 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 hit the link. Go to the Diddy Did It playlist. And to the other people who have already seen the playlist, because like I said, I'm going to go do some research on this Drake stuff, because I think Drake is literally Diddy Jr. So some of y'all go to that other link that I just dropped, and the rest of y'all go to this link, which is my Deeper Discussions card game. So my Deeper Discussions card game, to buy my Deeper Discussions card game, is now linked in here. And if you see the other link that says Diddy Did It playlist, hit that link. I need everybody watching, hit one of the links that are in the chat right now. Diddy took light-skinned boys from the light-skinned dads just to delete the light-skinned dads. Facts. Drake is Diddy Jr. But go to the link that I just dropped that says Diddy Did It playlist and go check out Drake's daddy, who is Diddy. Drake's daddy is Diddy. Talk to y'all later.
Coffee shop and play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor while a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. Actually, these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
They ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Why are y'all still here? Click the link, click the link, click the link, click the link, click the link. Everybody click the link. Everybody click the link. Either by my Deeper Discussions card game link or the Diddy Did It playlist link. Go to the link. It's a portal that will take you to a beautiful playlist of all kinds of entertaining videos. It's a secret portal. Everybody go through the secret portal. I just dropped it in the chat. Talk to y'all later.